What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Kickin with Kachi, where we highlight individuals that are really taking the industry by storm. And today, we got musical artist Little MC. Little MC, what is going on, my boy? What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on, fam?
So you got a bunch of different names. I didn't know where to go. I know on the music is Little MC. I know on the socials is Empsy Morningstar. So where's the
Yeah.
name come from? Where's it? How do you develop the persona?
So when I first came up with the name MC, I was going off of childhood memories.
Okay.
So my entire childhood, I've always been kind of a empath to my family, the person that they felt comfortable talking to. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
felt like I could put a twist on that and use that like to guide me through the world.
Okay, okay. So is that kind of like the ethos, the backing of the music stylings that you do now? Like you want it to be kind of emotive, relative music?
Yeah, for sure.
So then what would you say like was your start, or how did you kind of get first into music or first introduced to music?
That's a great question. So I've always kind of been doing music. I grew up around the church.
Okay, okay.
Um, when I was younger, my family put me in drum and guitar lessons
Right,
and
right.
piano lessons.
Okay.
So it's kind of always been something I've been able to do as far as like playing instruments. But it wasn't until 2020 that I started like rapping and like
Right, right.
producing and making my beats and, trying to, you know, take the industry by storm and really take music serious.
Yeah. And then in developing your sound, right? Like I
Mm,
know I'm not an artist, I'm a consumer, right? So for telling us as the listeners, how do you develop a sound, right? Is it just you speaking in the
mhm.
mic and that's just you speaking, or is there some sort of structure and tinkering going on to create Little MC?
I ain't gonna lie, you asking some great
It's
questions,
what
bro.
I
I'm not
do.
gonna
It's what I
lie.
do. When I'm kicking it, I like to make them people comfortable so I can really get into their vibes.
Yeah. I feel like to create your sound, you kind of gotta know what you're trying to offer to the world.
Hmm.
Like if you're trying to offer, let's say like punk rock music, then you should try to mimic, the people that you look up to until you have your own creative sound. Cause that's what worked for me. Like I listen to all types of music, but people like, Juice World and Pierre
Right, right, right.
and even like rock bands like have inspired me to like mix that all into one sound and one
Hmm.
like voice, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Right, right. And I would say like how does it feel, right? And obviously I know before this you probably was listening to rock music, all this alternative, all these different genre blending music coming into
Hmm.
hip hop way before you even was an artist, right? So
Facts.
how's it feel now to kind of see this on the forefront, right? Especially for people that look like us, when historically all them rock bands, all those rock artists were white dudes and black nail polish and all that stuff.
Yeah. I feel like in today's generation is so just open to be
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah.
So for me, I feel like listening to that music beforehand made it easier for me to attack it in my like musical life
Okay.
because I was already kind of into that stuff before I was even doing
Right, right.
music and interested.
Yeah, right. And then in making the music, like how would you describe your sound to new followers, or what words would you use to describe your music to people that are trying to get into knowing you?
Another good question.
This is what I tell you,
um,
it's what I do, it's what I get paid these bucks for, man.
I'd probably say if I was to describe my sound to somebody, I would say like just a vibe. Like
Right.
when you listening to my music, you can probably smoke to my songs. You might hear like a love song that you can relate to. I think when I describe my sound, it's more like a vibey, relatable, like
Hmm.
person on all aspects of life,
Right,
ups
right.
and downs.
Right. And I would say like even with this genre blending music, right? Like you got them hype musics like mosh pit raging, like punk
Yeah.
rap music, and you also got, like you said, them love ballads, sounds like that. So what type of mood, I guess, is more fun for you to make music to?
I think I just go off like the energy of the day. Like if I'm having a good day, I'm probably gonna make like 4 or 5 songs about feeling good,
Hmm.
smoking, getting high, maybe, like just I kind of let the day and my feelings describe what I'm gonna do
Right,
on
right,
a day-to-day basis.
right. And that kind of goes to my next question too. Like, what is a day in the life of like you when you go to studio? Like, what's a studio session like with you?
So for me, a day in a life, honestly, I mix and master and make most of my own beats.
Oh,
So
you're
for me,
backpack with it. Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of like I wake up very like motivated to just be making music because I had
yeah.
a love for music before I was even doing it. So for
Right.
me, a day in the life, you would see me at my desk at my laptop working for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours
Wow.
from
You got full
daytime to
time.
nighttime.
You on full time job, right?
Yeah.
So now that you know, that means that you probably got a bunch of music in the vault, like a bunch of songs in the vault. So in
What?
creating an album, right? Like, what's the decision in dropping? You have EMPTV Volume One, right? What was obviously and having all these songs in the back catalog? How did you now distill it to try and now make this tape, this album of only 9 songs?
Oh man. I think I go through spurts in my creativity where I'm really, really inspired by the music that I'm making. And it kind of makes me just want to deliver it and give it to the people.
Right.
So most of the time when I'm putting together tapes, it's just a bunch of songs that I feel like I believe in at this moment. And
Hmm.
then a lot of them be cohesive. I get in these real spurts where I'm just listening to the same types of music, making the
Right.
same
Right.
types of songs. So
Right. Right. And I would say, like, so in creating, right, this is volume one. So what was the story? What is the message? What are you trying to tell in releasing this tape?
I think with the MTV tape, it was just more like a fun side of me because a
Yeah,
lot of my music beforehand was, like I said, like emotional, relatable, but emotional. And I wanted to show that I had like fun aspects to my creative side as well.
of course. And so is volume one, obviously. Is there gonna be a volume two coming soon for us to look forward to? Was oh no, you can't be doing that. We was getting comfortable. We was getting real comfortable, bro. I almost had you there.
Nah,
I almost
nah,
had you
nah,
there.
nah. Yeah, I'm dropping volume 2 next month, October
Okay.
24th.
Okay.
The anniversary drop.
So
I'm
it's
looking
a
forward
full
to it.
year since the first one, MTV Volume One. Wow. Okay. So what
Yes.
sort of story, what sort of and obviously people grow in a multitude of different ways, right? So
Mhm.
what aspect of your growth are you trying to show on this new volume two?
I think I'm trying to show a more personalized sound, a
Yeah,
sound that you can associate with MC Morningstar and
yeah,
not an imitation of something you've heard before.
right. And I would say, like, is it how does one or what sort of steps does should one take, right, as an artist coming into the industry, right, to not seem just like another clone, right? Right now it seems like
Mhm.
music, as people are saying, is saturated with a bunch of people that are having this formula to get numbers, whatever have you, that are leaving the real music makers like yourself kind of out in the background to really have to fight for their spot at the table. So what sort of steps are you taking, or sort of steps do you also think other artists should take to sort of, really find their spot at the table, like I said.
Well, honestly, I don't think it has anything to do with music. I think
Really?
it's
Yeah.
more like your soul. Like when you go back to the things that you used to like as a kid, it wasn't always because another kid liked it, but
Right,
because
right, right,
you wanted this specific toy, you wanted this specific thing. So
right,
going back to making that inner child happy, I think can help you create that sound for yourself.
right, right. Now that's profound because what that tells me is that one, a lot of artists in this day and age, they're this the idea of virality and clicks and music and streams or whatever.
Yeah.
But there seems to still be, right, still calling for, I guess, niche artists, these artists that have audiences that they're speaking specifically to, right?
Yeah,
The K-Trondas, the Amines, the MC Morningstars, right? These people who are making music to feed that inner child. So in creating that, what sort of, and you also have other creative fields as well, like fashion, right? How has fashion also kind of been inspired by music for you? And how does fashion also help you creatively, make music and create your image?
that's a great question because I'm literally just getting into like fashion. But one thing I've been realizing is dressing the way I want to dress without thinking of what somebody else is going to think has been
Right.
boosting my confidence in myself. I
Mm,
think, creating your style, no matter if it's something somebody else may deem ugly or if it's something somebody else doesn't like, if you like it, that's all the value in it.
right.
So I think fashion plays the role of adding that confidence into your character that you're building.
Right. So speaking of characters, right? You got Low MC and you got MC Morningstar. Are these like a future Pluto Hendrix situation? Like, are these different vibes that you're kind of calling on these different personas to make music with?
So I gotta keep it real with you, man. I changed my name from Little MC to
Okay,
MC
right.
Morningstar,
I mean, you're no longer
but
little, right? Yeah.
but on the DSPs, I'm still waiting for them to change it. I think it's
Okay.
changed on Spotify, but on Apple Music, it's not changed.
Okay. Okay.
So I put the request in. Hopefully they do it. But until then, on Apple Music, search up Lil MC, man.
I mean, I think that'd be cool though if you got a little MC versus MC Morningstar tape. I think that'd be calm. But if you do it, let me just get my credits because it's hard out here, so I need to get my money. So
I got you. I'm gonna put you on the tape, yo.
that's tough. That's tough. And then I getting back into fashion. Like, what are some brands that that you really rock with that obviously now people watching this and new fans can definitely get in tune with too.
My number one favorite fashion brand is called GL Materials by a great designer by the name of Khalil Hainsworth. Check him out. Make great fabrics, great quality, and definitely good cost. So check them out, man.
And I was gonna that actually goes into my next question as well. Coming out early in your career, a lot of collaborations, right? A lot of features you got going on with a bunch of other artists that I assume are local to you and probably also personally as well. So how has the idea of collaboration also sharpened your iron, right? And also honed your craft?
Yeah. Well, I think when I first started, I was kind of afraid of collaboration because like
Mm,
music is like your baby. So like
right, exactly.
you
Yeah.
don't you don't want to just give that to anybody. But I've noticed, over the years when I collaborate with people, it's actually way more. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
My phone, my phone was about to die. My fault, man. But what I was about to say is collaborating with people actually isn't as bad as you make it out in your head because you're
Right,
putting
right,
two minds together to create something beautiful. And
right.
9 times out of 10, it makes the whole process easier. The whole
So
process when you have two people, working on one idea.
So what's been probably sorry to your friends on the video before this. I love them all, but obviously to make you pick your favorite, what's been your favorite collaboration thus far?
My favorite, oh,
Sorry, I don't know if they in the car with you right now either. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to say my songs with my my main man YNG Free.
Right. I think
Uh,
that I was gonna say that too. Yeah.
yeah, that's big bro. There's a lot of stuff just on a personal level that me and bro talk about that kind of boosts the
Hmm.
relationship on the music side. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Right.
my man's YNG Free for sure.
Nice. Nice. And then on the business side, right? Like, what sort of things are you learning now as an artist that are kind of helping you elevate your game?
Marketing,
Right. Yeah.
marketing. I swear, like if I could tell anybody who's just starting, like, focus on the quality of what you're making and the marketing of what you're making. Because nowadays, you got to have some type of content, some type of
Right.
team pushing your page in order to even like get in front of the competition. And I guess that's on the business side the most recent thing I've been learning.
And as an artist, like, how is that? Has that been a challenge? Has it been easy? Because I know as an artist, like we're very much in, like you said, 6, 7, 8 hours in front of the laptop, just straight grinding, right? We're not thinking about
Yeah.
Instagram likes, Twitter retweets, none of that. So now that you're kind of more concerned with the social media, has that been a challenge or kind of easy for you because you're just putting out the music that you're already making?
It's a challenge. It's really a challenge because when one thing doesn't go viral that you may have put like a couple
Right.
hours into,
Yeah.
it
Right.
may
Right.
make you lose like some confidence in yourself. But
Right.
I always like to tell myself numbers don't equal effort.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like if I'm getting 20 views, that should make me hungry to get 50 views next time.
Right.
And a lot of the times with the algorithm, what we don't understand is the algorithm don't care about our feelings.
Yeah.
Is based off of numbers. So you got to be real with yourself and put out good quality stuff. But I would be lying to you if I said it was easy to
Yeah.
consistently make content all the time.
And that's fair. I'm glad and thank you for sharing that as an artist. I know it's not easy to, drop the mask as the artist, but that's why I love doing this show. You know what I'm saying? It gives us the chance to really get down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
And before we get out of here, right? Like, do we have anything to look forward to? I know we got an album coming through October 23rd, you said?
24th.
24th, day off. So, hey, pre-sale on 23rd so you can get into 24th. But
Yeah.
album coming the 24th. Obviously, I'm trying to get this. I'll get this interview out before then so we can definitely promo it on our side as well. But anything
Yeah.
else we got looking forward to? New music, maybe new collaborations, maybe that you can speak about. I know I already got you dropping the album date, so you ain't gotta give me too much.
So I'ma just say I got something in the works with my boy Lachito. Look him up on the
Okay, okay,
gram.
okay.
Got some great music. My boy down in Atlanta. Um, and merch on the way for sure.
Really? Okay, okay. Now you're right. Now we got I knew I was gonna the fashion nephew needs to get back into the Vavas. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
God. Yes,
Okay,
God.
okay. So thank you, honestly, MC Morningstar for coming by and like kicking with me real quick. Like I said, it's late night, but my guy really said, "Yo, I'm trying to do this at any means, anytime necessary." And I had to get you in, get you talking about your journey. And thank you for kicking with me, man. Thank you.
Nah, I appreciate you, man. You doing this for the culture, like you ain't asking for nothing in return. You doing this because you love it. So thank you, bro.
Of course, and now we locked in. So when that
Yeah.
album drop, I definitely need to get another one of the New Year hits so we could definitely chop it up again and definitely talk more about the music and more about you and more about your journey, bro. I definitely need you to come back.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Of course, I mean you got my number, so I can't run away anyway. We locked in.
All right, man. We locked in, fam.
Course. But yo, thank you guys for watching this another amazing episode of Kingdom of Kachi. Check out my boy MC Morningstar at MC Morningstar on Instagram. Check him out on all social media platforms and all DSPs right now. Check out his new tape, MC Volume 1, so you can catch up on that new tape. MC Volume 2 dropping next month, October 24th. Do not miss out because my boy is getting to the top very, very fast, and he will get there with or without you. Be there or be square. You can check out this interview
Facts.
at the DC Voice on Instagram and YouTube. Check out me on Instagram at Kosh.the-analyst. Once again, MC Morningstar, thank you, my brother, for coming and kicking with my man. It's been a pleasure. It's been real.
My boy.
Locked in. Thank you. Thank you. My boy, you have a good night. Peace out.
Peace, gang.